I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
When you're out there, there's no what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
My hurting. I can't even front.
You got your cheeks hurt. My abs hurt with her, okay? Stop playing.
You should be having my cheeks on fire.
It's a workout session over here.
Can't deal with it. Okay, we are back. Thank you for watching. Let us talk about it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for not going anywhere too far because we have so much more to say with such a little bit of time. Now, before we went to a commercial, Natalya was telling us about well, I was asking you, do you know of any other group, community leaders that's like, non-leaders? And, you gave me that look like you're giving me now, like, girls.
Did you trying to be proper on that?
Just
ask me.
Let's spill the tea.
You want to talk about their cheerleaders and all the drama that went on?
Let us talk about it.
Yeah,
let's talk about it. How was that? Was that your first time cheering? Cheering?
For that team, yes. That was my daughter's first time cheering for the Bengals. Yes. And we went on to do so much great things,
Okay.
Yeah, so we had an incident there. We had several incidents there, over that year that I was there. But it all started, the girls, they won regionals here.
Regionals, yeah.
Yes, regionals. Florida. They were first, #1 at regionals. Yes. They came first. So they had a chance to advance to nationals in Florida. So they went over onto Florida. But before we got to Florida, we had some fundraising events.
Yeah.
More fundraising
events, huh?
And a certain coach decided that he needed the 5,000 plus. It's always around 5,000, huh?
I was just about to say that because we were just speaking about 5,000.
They
some hot dogs and burgers.
Right, okay. Shoot, that's a big bill, some expensive burgers. But anyways, so we raised a significant amount of money for these girls because we knew that they were going to need it in case they do. We knew that they had talent and, that they were going to go somewhere.
Right.
So we raised a little bit over 5,000 nice. And the coach decided that he was going to take the money and use it at his disposal, So we had to work that out. We had to do a lot of canning. We had to do a lot of footwork to raise the money back up for these girls to get over to nationals.
So did we find out what he had to use the money for?
No, it's a whole bunch. It was for his mother, then it was for him to have built himself out of some trouble.
And this is our fundraising money that we had our kids out there sweating and...
Blood, sweat, and tears, yes, exactly. Okay. Getting the money from, but I will say that, a couple of the coaches on my daughter's team took out of their pockets and some of the old fundraising money that they did have, and repaid the families back, So we did get our monies back for that. But it just took away from the girls, Right. So now we had to put in extra footwork as parents, We had to, basically give back that money for our kids to go, you know, because it was about, what, $1,200 per child to go to Florida. Yeah, pay for their airfare and their hotel stay and their meals, you know. So it was pretty costly.
Was included?
Oh yeah, they got all parks. All parks were included. Yeah, they got a band to go to all the parks, unlimited parks. So that was included in the $1,200 as well. So it's not as bad as the price is not as bad as what it sounds like. You know, it does do a lot when you get there, and you do eat a lot, and you know there's plenty of food left over and stuff like that. So it's not that bad. It's not. And one lump sum, yeah. If you're not saving for it, or if you're not planning throughout the year, yeah, it does become costly for all of these girls. You know, because it was about like I want to say like 24 girls on my daughter's team, and then they had the A team. I think they had about 26 girls. You know, so that is, you know, it's a huge chunk of change for us to round up and, you know, and to send them.
Absolutely.
So that coach, you know, we said we'll deal with it later. You know, we didn't, because, you know, he was the coach for the older girls. You know, he wasn't working directly with my child and her group, you know. So we said we'll talk about that later. You know, a lot of parents were upset. Absolutely. But we wanted to get them to nationals and try to win, you know. Yeah. So we was like, okay, let him go, and, you know, still coach his girls. His girls wanted him there, of course, you know, because they've been with him for a while, you know what I mean? That's like Papa Bear to them, you know, now. You know, a lot of them love them, you know. So they don't really, as kids don't understand, you know, the morals of the whole thing, you know. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. These girls just want to win. You know, he brings home winning champions. You know, so that's what they're set on. Like, oh, we lose him, yeah, we're not going to win. You know, they feel like nobody, in which we shouldn't raise our kids to feel like that. You know, we really shouldn't. It's us who do it. You know, it's the individual. Yeah, that coach pushes you, but it's actually you who are the winner. It's not the coach. It's you. So we, you know, stuck with it. You know, we sucked it up. So. Now, you know, it turns around that when we come back, everything's all in disarray. You know, a couple coaches go that way, a couple coaches go this way. Now there's the blaming game. This person took it. Now they're saying, oh, this person took this money from
everybody got their fingers pointed.
Everybody got their fingers pointed now. Yes, right, right. So it was time to do a banquet for our girls, you know, to celebrate the fact that they placed I think they were third in the nation.
Okay, a celebration.
No, first in the state, second. Was it second? I think second or third in the nation. Sweet. So we wanted to celebrate their achievements, you know, for what they did. Give them a nice, you know, banquet and celebrate that. That's usually what they do, regardless if they win or not. You know, that's usually what Pop Warner does for these kids. So we got together a little core committee to put together this fundraising, not a fundraising, the banquet. So, as we're going along, you know, our first meeting, we was told by the president himself that that the coach that stole the money was going to be suspended.
Absolutely.
For a year. I had a problem with just hearing suspension. I wanted to hear he's gone. You know, totally gone. You stole from my kids. I don't trust you. I don't want you around me no more.
Absolutely.
I just don't trust anything that you do. Your character is totally like down the drain with me. So it was told that he's going to be suspended. So I was like, why suspension? Why not get rid of him? You know, you have a brand here. You should build off this brand.
Absolutely.
We are first in regionals right now. A lot of people want to be a part of our group. You know, we were really strong. We was a strong team. You know, even the parents rocked with one another. All the parents got along with one another on my daughter's team. I can't really speak about the A team. I'm pretty sure the parents got along there too. But on my daughter's team, you know, and we still keep in touch, you know, as parents today. You know, so we were saying it's all about your brand. You don't want someone to diminish your brand like that. The stealing, you know, it's going to be around the hood. You know how hood talks, like, oh, they got coaches that steal from them. Girl, don't even pay that fee. That fee's going to go towards their cars and all that other stuff.
Absolutely.
You know? So, you know, he explained to me, he broke it down like, well, if we just let him go, he can go to any other team and have them win champions. Right? So if you suspend him, it'll be on his record. And if he does go to another team after his suspension is up, they'll question, why was you suspended? You know, make it a little bit hard. It's like a query, you know, for a job. Like, why did you do this? Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, fine. You know, I started going along with that. So I was okay. I was on board. I was like, okay, now we get this banquet out the way. We come together. I know which team I'm coming back to. I'm coming back to the Bengals. So, you know, we're planning, doing all this planning. Our banquet was supposed to be for April, sometime in April. So now it's time for the kids to go back to tumbling. This is just like probably like a good 6 weeks before the banquet, tumbling starts. Walk in the first day to tumbling. Lo and behold, who I see there is a coach that's supposed to be suspended.
Oh.
So now I'm like, ooh, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Now you get the trimbos and
yeah, I'm like, oh, he's here. What is he doing here? So I pulled the president to the side, asked, what is he doing here?
Now you're already
aggravated, yes. I said, you know, when we started this core meeting for the banquet, you told me, along with others, that he was going to be suspended for a year. He's not going to be here working with the girls and blah, 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 blah. So he's like, oh, well, you know, he really works with the older girls. The older girls want him here, and the parents wanted him here, so the parents voted him to come, and da-da-da-da. He's not going to be working with your child. So I was like, okay. So I left.
But he's still working in the Bengals, right?
Okay, he's still part of the Bengals.
Okay.
So I left. I was like, okay, let me see how this goes. I left. I get a call from my daughter. It's like, Mommy, that particular coach that stole the money is in the class, teaching the class. Now, my daughter's coach, who got them to regionals, who brought them to nationals, okay, was there when I left her. All of a sudden, my daughter's coach is gone. My daughter calls me and says, my coach walked out. The other coach came in and told him that he's here to do the tumbling part. You know, thank you for stretching them. Now I'm going to work with them with tumbling. So, you know, I was upset, you know, going from 0 to 200. You know, like, what? Hold on, what's going on here? What's all this sneaky stuff? You know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna say.
this is too much sneakiness. Like, I can't deal with sneakiness,
Yes.
not with my child. Like, what's the next thing? Someone's gonna be feeling my child up in the back of the room, you know what I mean? Like, I don't trust stuff like that, you know what I mean? You got to be straightforward with me, because once I see you start dancing around the bush and you start lying and you start putting your head underneath the table, what else do you have to show for you? Like, what's really your character? How really, what's your morals like? For real, for real. So, it was a big issue, you know, got into a big dispute with the president himself, and basically he told me, you know, if you don't like it, take your daughter and leave. He's going to be here, he brings titles to us, and that's what it's going to be. I said, okay, well, you know what? I was the leader of this core team. I'm the person that put this banquet together.
And you're on the board as well?
Yes, I was sitting on the co-chair. Yes, I sure was. So I just politely said, you know what? Go ahead and finish up the banquet. I'll give you whatever you need to have, you know, because, you know, I was coming up with all the designs and the planning and all that other stuff for it.
Yeah, because I was going to come and record.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So, you know, I'll let the DJ know, you know, that you'll be working with him now or whatever, whatever. So I'm not part of it no more. My child will not attend.
Right.
You know, I have morals, you know. I was raised better than this. I don't care how much titles and nationals you want to bring me. It's not worth it. You stealing money, I don't. That's one thing I can't do. Don't steal money from me. Don't play with my money, my kids, or me.
Yeah.
And we'll get along
life,
great.
right?
Yes, okay. So I walked. Thought they were still gonna, you know, go on with the rest of the girls. This is only one girl out of the 80-something kids, or the 40, 50-something kids that's there, you know? So, comes down to it. The weekend before the event, you get a text out, all the parents get a text out, it's canceled. Parents done brought
the banquet?
The banquet. And all that was left to do was to do the centerpieces, order the table.
Damn, Natalya, so everything you opened your mouth about, the graduation just was like no-go.
And they just cancel it.
You know, the banquet's just like no-go every time you open your zip.
Like, I guess I'm the big troublemaker or something. You know, I can't stand up for me and my family, you know,
you
my
can't
kids.
advocate for nobody.
No,
you keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, just shut up and just go with the flow. And I'm not that person that just shuts up and go with the flow.
That's right.
So he cancels on the kids, you know. And it was disappointing.
So
you know, parents are calling me because, you know, I was in contact with the parents.
Right.
They knew I was the core person to put this.
Going on?
What's going on?
Right.
I politely explained to them what happened. You know, I removed myself from it, but it could have still went on.
Absolutely.
It could have been successful. The place was already, there was the date was already held. The place was already available. All they had to do was just show up, decorate the hall. We even had people that donate their time to decorate the hall.